What's up with it? You watching the Bank Bomber TV? And yeah, we about to check out this video from the YouTube channel Drill Thread. And the title is Meet Muwop, King Von's Top Hitman. Yeah, man. I ain't never heard of Muwop, man. I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. Yeah, man, they say King Von was doing a fool out there, so if he got a hitman, I'm guessing he crazy as hell then, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, it seemed like King Von passed on this way up, man. For real, he was going up. Yeah, man, personally, I ain't even listened to King Von music until like he passed, and then I gave like some of his music a chance, you know what I'm saying? Ran into a track where he was like telling a story, you know what I'm saying? Like into the storytelling type of music, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, I liked it, the track. So I'm thinking like King Von still had like some growing to do as an artist, as far as like growing like a fan base, you know what I'm saying? I think he was still on his way up, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, like I was saying, man, never heard of Muwop, man, you know what I'm saying? So whatever they talking about, man, it's gonna be new to me, man, you know what I'm saying? But shit, we gonna react to it as it go though, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, I haven't checked out the video, don't completely know what they talking about, but let's check it out and see what they talking about.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna rap at first, but I was around Von. Von was telling me like, man, you might as well start rapping. Like, man, I don't know how to rap, man. I don't know how to do nothing with rap.
Muwop never planned on becoming a rapper. He was just another kid growing up in Parkway Gardens, better known as O Block, on the south side of Chicago.
Muwop always been laid back as hell, man. I ain't gonna lie, kind of compare him to HK. Heck, man, from the Wick, man, he always been calm, cool, low, mild tempered, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't talk to niggas who not his guys. Like, you probably come around him and think he don't like to talk to niggas, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, if you ain't one of his niggas, he don't talk to you, you know what I'm saying? But he always been cool, calm, collected, you know what I'm saying? Never out his body or too over the top or no shit like that, flamboyant, always chill.
But then King Von, one of his closest friends, started blowing up in the rap game. Von, who had also come from the same block, saw something in Muwop and pushed him to rap. He would tell him, Taingyun, man, you might as well start rapping. There's a way out. It was like Von was trying to pull him into a better life, out of the streets and into the studio. At first it looked like a blessing. Von had the blueprint. He had gone from being in and out of jail to signing with Lil Durk's OTF label, dropping hits like Crazy Story and Took Her to the O. Even though Von was making it in music, he was still deep in the streets. He didn't just rap about the beef and the violence, he lived it. The lines between being a rapper and being a gang member blurred, and Muwop was caught in that gray area too. Instead of fully stepping into the rap game, he became Von's right-hand man, his muscle, and according to the feds, his alleged hitman. Muwop was known in the streets before the music. He wasn't someone who just hung around for clout. He had a reputation. People feared him, and in Chicago, reputations like that come from one thing: bodies. The streets talk, and while nothing was ever officially proven, Muwop's name was tied to some serious stuff long before the cameras started rolling. But all that changed on August 4th, 2020, the day FBG Duck was murdered in broad daylight. Duck wasn't just another rapper, he was one of the biggest names coming out of the GD side, specifically from STL-EBT, which had been beefing with O Block for years.
He convicted 6 men for the murder of rapper FBG Duck. FBG Duck, whose real name is Carlton Weekly, was shot and killed while shopping in the Gold Coast back in August 2020.
I'll sit and look at that video of that boy being the main motherfucker that got out the car and shot my son. Muwop was the first mother that hopped out and killed Duck. Then 3 months later, I got to see him carry Von. He going through enough shit. And that's what blows me, because it ain't no winner.
It wasn't a simple rap beef, it was real, with bodies on both sides. Duck had lost friends to the war, and so had Von and Muwop. Their beef was personal. On that August afternoon, Duck was shopping in Chicago's upscale Gold Coast neighborhood, a place where violence like this was almost unheard of. He was in Dolce & Gabbana shopping for his son when 2 cars pulled up. 4 masked shooters jumped out and ambushed him. They sprayed over 38 rounds, hitting Duck multiple times. He tried to fight back, pulling out his gun, but it jammed. In the end, he was left defenseless, bleeding out on the sidewalk in one of Chicago's wealthiest areas. The hit was brutal and reckless, the kind of thing people compared to mob hits from the 1930s. Broad daylight, masked shooters, an upscale location, and complete disregard for who was watching. It was meant to send a message. But here's where things got messy.
Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. Man, it's sad Mama Duck lost all her sons, man. I know about that, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, shit, I know she crazy as hell, man. For real, though. She going through a lot, man. Man, shit, rest in peace to everybody lost their life in this senselessness, man. Dudes getting this rap money, man, shit. That just mean dudes can get more powerful guns and stuff, you know what I'm saying? That just mean more innocent people might get hit. More bullets flying and shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, I definitely think dudes need to do better, man, especially once they find like a way out, you know what I'm saying? For real though. Dudes find a way out and still want to be in the streets, you know what I'm saying? That don't make no sense. Really, the real objective, man, is to get some money and get the hell up out that motherfucker, for real.
While the streets were whispering about who might have been behind the hit, the feds were already building a case. They had been watching O'Block closely, especially since the murder was so bold. Surveillance footage caught everything. The shooters leaving O'Block, getting into 2 cars, racing through the city, pulling up to duck, and then heading straight back to O'Block after the job was done. But what made it worse was the self-snitching. Right after Duck's murder, O'Block members went on social media, practically bragging. C-Murder posted a picture throwing up gang signs, referencing King Von's lyrics. Muwop jumped on tracks that seemed to hint at the murder. And then there was King Von. Just days after the hit, he went to Icebox Jewelers in Atlanta and bought custom O'Block chains for his crew. In the Icebox video, Von talked about the meaning behind the chains. Some were for fallen O'Block members like Odie Perry, but Von also hinted that certain chains were for people who had put in work, a way of rewarding loyalty. He didn't outright say it, but the timing spoke volumes. The chains came right after Duck's murder and people connected the dots. The feds did too. When they raided O'Block, they found handwritten notes in the cars used for Duck's murder, including C-Murder's phone number and social media handles. Photos surfaced of Muwop and others posing with those same cars. It was a RICO case gift wrapped. In October 2021, the feds moved in. Muwop, along with 4 other O-Block members, C-Murder, Loss, Kenny Mack, and DQ, were arrested and charged with the murder of FBG Duck under a federal RICO indictment. It wasn't just about the murder. The feds were targeting the entire O-Block gang structure, using the case to try and dismantle it.
Get on the fucking ground. I ain't do nothing. Yeah, you didn't do nothing. Relax. Okay. You guys with him? Keep walking. Keep walking. We just came from work. Come here, man. Why you running? Why you running, man?
Yes, you are about to run.
Why you running? Huh?
I ain't running.
No, you didn't run? Keep walking. I know, that's fine. Let me talk to him. Talk to him.
Look sideways.
Get up.
Hold on.
Get up.
Check your side, bro.
Yeah.
Gun right here.
Yo, got it? Got it? Got it? Good. Good. Good.
Squad, be advised, we got another one stop at 6426.
Get up.
King, weapon recovered.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. I didn't even know they got hit with a RICO, man. I think like if King Von probably was alive, the RICO probably would have had more media attention and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's a few RICOs like headlining and shit. But yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't even hear about this RICO though.
When Muwop got arrested, he tried to play it cool, telling fans he was keeping his head high and that he'd be out soon. But the reality was grim. Facing a RICO charge with a murder attached meant he was looking at life in prison. And then rumors started swirling. People said Muwop didn't even want to get out. Some claimed he felt safer in jail than on the streets. With so many enemies and so much heat, getting released could be a death sentence. The fall of Muwop and the indictment of O'Block was like the end of an era. King Von was already dead, killed in Atlanta during a fight with Quando Rondo's crew just months after Duck's murder. Now Muwop and the others were facing life. It felt like the streets were catching up with everyone. But the deeper question is why? Why was King Von, with millions in legal money, still so tied to the streets? Why did he allegedly put a $100,000 bounty on FBG Duck's head, as the FBI's informants claimed? Why drag Muwop and others into a murder plot when there was a clear path out? That's the tragic part of the Chicago drill scene. Even when you make it out, the streets don't let you go. The beefs run too deep. The loss is too personal. For guys like Muwop who grew up in that environment, it's more than just music. It's real life, and sometimes the loyalty to the block outweighs the opportunity to leave it behind. If Muwop had focused solely on rap, who knows where he'd be now. He had the co-sign from King Von, ties to OTF, and the kind of street credibility that the drill scene values. He could have been another success story, but instead, he's sitting in a federal prison possibly for the rest of his life, all because of choices that seemed inevitable in a world where survival often means picking the streets over the studio. It's a cycle that keeps repeating, talented young men with a way out, but the streets won't let go. And for Muwop, it's clear that the streets claimed him long before the feds did.
Yeah, man, that's a fool with it, man. I ain't gonna lie though, man, like how these dudes really in like real beef though, man. If they like left the hood, that'd be like some bullshit somewhat though, you know what I'm saying? Cause they already been out there like wilding out, causing problems and shit. So they area probably got like some crazy ass beef from shit they did, you know what I'm saying? So if they like just left, that'd basically mean they started hella beef and then left the niggas to get slaughtered on the block and shit, you know what I'm saying? It might not be understandable for some people, you know what I'm saying? But like being a real nigga, you do real shit, you know what I'm saying? Man, they probably was just too real for the rap game, to be honest with you. Yeah, man, that's a thing too, man. Shit, some motherfuckers be too real for the rap game to just, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers be really with it for real though, man. All the way around, though, tragic ass story though, man. They could have did better, you know what I'm saying? For real though, man. But shit, rest in peace to everybody lost their life in this senselessness, man. You know what I mean? For real though, man. But shit, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe to the Big Bomber TV. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting. Until next time, alright?